Chapter 2. On Martin Luther King Boulevard, chaos had given way to spectacle. Flashing red and blue lights painted the cracked asphalt in strobe-lit horror. Blood had already begun to dry in long arcs along the gutter, but the copper scent still clung heavy in the air. A cluster of reporters crowded behind barricades, cameras rolling, microphones trembling like eager mouths ready to feast on pain. One stood closer than the rest, perfectly lit despite the storm clouds churning overhead. We're live at the scene of yet another grisly event that's left the community shaken and terrified, the woman announced, trying to steady her voice. But tonight's attack has a twist, 2 survivors, and the story they're telling is something no one was prepared to hear. St. Mercy Hospital Room 314, 2:27 a.m. The fluorescent lights buzzed softly, casting a sterile glow over the room. One man lay in a hospital bed, his body wrapped in white like a mummy, tubes snaking from every limb, his face hidden beneath layers of gauze. The machines beeped rhythmically. He was alive, technically. The second survivor sat across the room, perched on the edge of his bed, trembling. His eyes darted from shadow to shadow, never quite landing on the doctor or the nurse. He hadn't spoken, not a single word. He just shook. Below his waist, his body was wrapped in thick gauze. The staff whispered behind closed doors. Some avoided the room altogether. The news reporter's voice continued in a voiceover on the TV, left on mute, but subtitled, "Doctors remain baffled. Though one victim is missing, a significant part of his anatomy, there was no catastrophic blood loss. Medical professionals described the wound as cauterized on contact, as if sealed by heat far beyond human means." One nurse crossed herself before leaving the room. Earlier that night, the alley behind Calvin's Pawn. The reenactment footage played out in low fidelity, grainy, monochrome, unnerving. Security cameras caught glimpses, a slumped body being dragged across the cracked pavement like dead weight. The figure doing the dragging didn't move like a man, more like a shadow pulled by hatred. It moved without hesitation, without mercy. "He didn't have a face," said the voice of a witness, the interview audio layered over the footage. "Just a mask, or maybe it was his face. I don't know anymore." The clip showed the figure lifting a man with one arm, then hurling him effortlessly through a boarded-up window. He threw him like he weighed nothing. Like he wasn't even human. News studio, downtown broadcast tower. The camera panned back to the anchor, a silver-haired man in a navy blue suit, his expression torn between professionalism and unease. "This is the 4th violent attack in just 2 nights, all in the same district, all involving known gang members or persons of interest to law enforcement." He took a breath, small, measured. "Is this the work of a vigilante? A rogue officer? A ghost? Or something more otherworldly?" A pause. The silence said more than the words. Whatever the case may be, one thing is clear. People are afraid. And the streets are whispering a name. He leaned closer to the camera. The lights caught the gleam of sweat at his temples. "They're calling him Luther,"